Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Saturday the 13th of July 2024, the year of 1 million transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. I found this article by Cointelegraph saying a spot Bitcoin ETF see highest flow a day in over 5 weeks. Great little article here from Gavin Andresen. This was about Bitcoin history, July 13th, 2010. And then we're just simply going to go through these charts as always and have a look and see what is going on. So that's what we've got in store for us today. Let's jump into it.
It's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Here we go. Right, so it's a spot Bitcoin ETF see highest flow day in over 5 weeks. The BlackRock Fidelity Bitcoin ETFs led the $310 million inflows, while Grayscale recorded a rare inflow day at $23 million. Honestly, can you imagine if these people actually knew what they were doing? Like, honestly, like you're not holding Bitcoin. You're buying a share in a fund that buys Bitcoin with your filthy dollar, and the only way you can actually get your dollar back is if you sell your share in that fund. And that fund is dependent on how well Bitcoin performs. And Bitcoin can only perform if it's useful. So what they're doing is by just basically hodling it, is they are not using it, which devalues it. But you're investing in it, hoping that your value is going to increase when you're purposely buying an investment vehicle that's going to decrease the value. Like, honestly, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But we know what's going on. There's other people going to have a lot of sore heads when they finally figure it out. So United States-based spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs recorded over 310 million inflows in July 12th, marking their best performing day since June 5th. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust and Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund accounted for most of the flows at $120 million and $115.1 million respectively, according to Farside investor data. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF came in third at $28.4 million, while the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust recorded another rare inflow day at $23 million. Can you imagine all of this money coming into the genuine Bitcoin? Because that's what's going to happen. Phew, can you imagine? Oh my god. And the liquidity. Literally, there's nothing there. There is literally hardly any liquidity of BSV on the market. And yet all this is being misdirected into an economically worthless shitcoin. Like, can you imagine? Jeepers. The Van Eck Bitcoin Trust ETF and Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF also received 6 million and 4 million in inflows respectively. Meanwhile, the Hashdex, Franklin Templeton, Valkyrie and Wisdom Tree issued spot Bitcoin ETFs failed to register inflows on the day. Oh dear. So that's between July 8th and 12th. It was the largest flow day since June 5th when the spot Bitcoin ETF issuers tallied 488.1 million of inflows. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, like the market cap of the 24-hour trade volume of genuine Bitcoin is what I reckon like a million, and they've put it up to like 4 million. I don't believe the figures that we're seeing these days, but I mean, all this flowing in is just absolutely insane because it's all misguided. I mean, it just makes you realise what a massive industry this is. You know, literally, they've opened it up to the masses. I mean, can you imagine the masses when they actually find out that they've been hoodwinked and that what they're buying into is the world's largest Ponzi scheme? I mean, it's just going to be absolutely epic. And those who created this Ponzi scheme are basically going to have the fingers pointed at them. There is going to be a massive investigation into who's done this. They're basically digging themselves a hole. Oh my goodness. Right, let's have a look at a little Bitcoin history then. So we are now the 13th of July. Here we go. So 13th of July. There's a little article here from Gavin Andresen which we will have a look at. Here we go. So this was to do with, the title was Yet Another Newbie Wannabe Geek is Confused. So they're talking about CPU times and receiving coins and all this kind of stuff. And Gavin had replied here, transactions with zero confirmations are transactions that your client has seen but haven't been put into a block yet. Here's what happened when you bought the coins. Seller, hey Bitcoin network, these here Bitcoins are getting sent to their Bitcoin address. Your client listening in on all the payment network messages. Wow, spiffy. That's one of my Bitcoin addresses. I'll add that transaction to my wallet and show that transaction has zero unconfirmed in the user interface, I guess. Or is that unspent? I guess it's user interface. Then your client goes on its merry way downloading the 66,241 blocks in the blockchain. In the meantime, some lucky soul generates block number 66,242 and includes your transaction in the block. When your client collects that block up to the blockchain, connects that block up to the blockchain, which it won't do until it gets all 64,241 previous blocks, it'll show it as 1 unconfirmed. Then 2 confirmations when block 66,243 gets generated, etc. Wonky things can happen if 2 nodes generate a different block, 66,241, especially if one of them included your transaction and one of them didn't. You can go from 1 unconfirmed back to 0 unconfirmed for a little while. But after a couple more blocks get generated, everything sorts itself out. Okay, yeah, so that's still a little bit above my understanding there of the tech part. But someone says, that's cool. I was just wondering about all of that. I wanted more connections to help us out is all. Alright, so there we go. That's a little bit of Bitcoin history. Right, let's jump into the figures, see what's going on. We've got Bitcoin at $40. So that's had a nice little rally over these past few days because it went as low as sort of $33, you know, and then it's sort of slowly rallying back up. Kind of nicely, really. Hash rate 0.09. Let's have a look at the difficulty adjustment on BTC first. Yeah, so it's just popped down a bit. Let's look at the hash rate of so BSV looking steady away. Yeah, in comparison to BCH, that's kind of like zoomed up, went down, and then back to leveled out yet again. Network nodes, so they are the miners. Let's have a quick look at those. There we go. These are they. Nobody's seen a Bitcoin miner before. Like I said, blows my mind every time when we look at that. Transactions, right? Let's have a look at BitInfo charts. So BSV just with 3.6%. Let's check that. Cross-reference it with what's on chain. 107,000 transactions. Alright, block size 26.98. Let's have a look at the blocks coming through. Yeah, not really all that big at all compared to what we're used to. It's 153,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than CoolCoin. Again, that's down from over 4 million at one point I saw it. But it's 68% more profitable to mine on CoolCoin than Bitcoin. So eCash. The profitability slightly the margin there is out of sync because it's usually almost like bang on a 0, but I suspect those are being managed. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, I mean, yeah, we'll have a look at the actual blockchain growth. Daily Bitcoin transactions by network just down a bit. Transactions per block by network, same thing. Fees, USD subcent fees on Bitcoin. Fees Satoshis, yeah, on a log curve, well below all the other shitcoins. Block reward ratio, we'll just keep an eye on that. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. We'll have a look on the comparative website in a second on that. In fact, we'll have a look at it now. Here we go. Let's have a quick look. Other metrics. Blockchain growth. Oh! I've got CoolCoin just slightly beating it over the last 24 hours. Never mind. Hash glow. Let's have a look at this. Enlarge this. Global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. Core coin hash rate, other miners with 0.69. Bcrash, other miners with 50.69 on there. Fisher Price Cash, who really cares? And this is Bitcoin, so obviously we'll have to compare that to, we'll have to have a look on Watson Chain to cross-reference it. There we go. So we've just got 4 miners on there at the moment. Again, Tau loving that. 56.25%. Calvin will be very pleased. Coov 20%. QD Link 15%. And the Gorilla Pool 7.64%. Very good. Let's have a look at QWant. Or CryptoQuant. Ooh, look at that. The exchange is cashing out. Literally hand over fist. So even though we've still got the price effectively going up, exchanges are still cashing out of their shitcoins. Oof. Oof. Let's have a look at Tether. Interesting spikes in the price there. The market cap. Look, it looks... I wonder why they would flood in and then flood out again, effectively burning the supply. Are they just basically pumping the price? It looks like it. Just creeping up over 7 days. I guess they're pumping Tether. We'll see if we can find the chart for USDC on Solana. Because they'll be desperately trying to pump BTC with the sell-offs of on Mt. Gox taking place right now. So strange that the longs are going up even though the price is going down. Very strange there. But I mean, we know the entire market is manipulated anyway. That's why figures generally don't make sense. Here we go. Look, cryptos with most holders. Bitcoin, that was 54 the other day. That's 58. 58 million. I mean, look at that pathetic market cap. Good grief. Not even $1 billion. And yet it's in amongst these two. Ethereum with 379 billion. Good grief. And BTC with 1.1 trillion. And yet here we are in second place with the number of holders or wallets opened. That's hilarious. I mean, like the figures, the market cap just doesn't correlate, but we know why and we know what's going on. The morning run, so you can get 1,488 genuine Bitcoin for the price of one SegWit fraud coin. Look at this. So BSV BTC chart. Look at that. That's trending up nicely over the last sort of 5 days. Ooh. If you're a trader, you'd be looking at that going, oh, nice. But, we know that probably won't last long. Let's have a look at BSV USD. Yeah. Even that's going up nicely. Let's check that on Orange Gateway. What's this? All right. So BSV USD. So just chugging along there. Let's look at that to BTC. Yeah, I mean generally trending up in the week. Very interesting. Live Coin Watch, we've got a market cap of $2.1 trillion. Look, BTC, look, 24-hour trade volume, just 1.1%. Like nothing. Literally nothing. Interesting graph there over 24 hours. Let's compare that to genuine Bitcoin, shall we? Let's have a little looky. How are we doing? Oof, down to number 80 in the charts. 80 in the charts. Oh, had a bit of a price rally there. Upsy downsies. Trade volume 1.2%. Asks, look, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever because the price is going up. Look, so if the price is going up, there should be more bids than there are asks, and yet they're constantly reporting here that there are double the volume of asks than there are bids. and that's being consistent. So that makes no sense whatsoever. Like literally none. I just don't believe what I'm seeing here at all. Yeah, figures are completely fudged in my opinion. Let's have a look at a little bit. Let's have a look at the leaderboards. Let's have a look at soccer. Here we go. Wonder if they've got the Euros on. So they've got England versus Spain. That's tomorrow, July 14th. Ooh, might it be worth having a flutter on that? A flutter on that. Come on. Might do that one. Might do that one myself. Just, it makes more fun when you've got a little bit of money riding on it. Loving that. Right, great stuff. There we go. Loving that. Right, there we go. That is a quick... oh, yeah, there we go. 60-minute show. Nice one. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it, and as ever, if you appreciate these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to Satoshi at Sempi.com, Satoshi at Handcash, Satoshi at Simply Cash, Satoshi at Relasia, Satoshi at Rock Wallet, and Satoshi at Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it as ever. Be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.